Welcome to the Mark side. Got a unique opportunity today. We got some repairs going on at the house. I'm gonna give you a look at these and then we're gonna go on a Spendabout. Gonna go out for the day, show you what things cost. In case you're renting a place when you get over here to Da Nang or Vietnam and your landlord is a cheap Charlie and he won't fix anything, I'm gonna show you what some repairs cost in case you're stuck paying for them yourself. I have done some things on my house that I paid for myself because they aren't that expensive. So what we have today, here's this nice fella came over. He's only been here about 30 minutes and he's repairing the built-in screens. These sliding screen doors are on every house, they're on every window and every door in this house, which was a major reason I rented this particular house. So he took them all off, he squared away some tracks and some of the string pulleys that run down here in these tracks. So without getting too technical, we'll take a look at what the costs were on this. And then I'm gonna ask him about doing some other work. I had some things done out here because during the rainy season, you still want some dry area. So I had some plexiglass put up here to stop the rain from coming in to the little porch. I had this overhang extended, you can see there. And then I had this overhang put up, but I didn't extend it enough. It has to go about another 1.5 feet or so that I can actually open and close the gate without being in the pouring rain. And I also want to have a light put in the master bathroom. So I'm going to check with him if he can do that, Yasta. If he can do that and give me a price on it. We'll be back. So back to the kitchen. We're going to do the walkabout, Spendabout. So some of the stuff you saw in the last one I won't repeat, but it's about 10 a.m. I've had 2 coffees at home. So that's $2 we've spent today. And I'm about to have my protein breakfast, which is the oatmeal banana protein powder, which is about $1.50. So that gets me out the door and we'll head out on the Spendabout today, see what the errands and things bring in terms of expenditures. But this time I'm gonna give you a full printed total at the end of this video. So stick around because you're going to learn about different everyday activities, the market, the pharmacy. I'm not going to rent a motorbike today, but if we have time, I'll stop by my go-to motorbike guy here in Da Nang and give you some of the costs and we'll look at some of those bikes. So stay tuned. Don't miss a minute of this. It's going to answer a lot of questions. We'll be back in a minute. I'm over at the office. I forgot to give you sort of a final numbers on the repair work that was done at the house. So the man was there 30 to 45 minutes. He fixed the sliding screen and my landlord is going to pay for that. There were a few very small parts he used and about 45 minutes of labor. I want you all in the comments, you leave how much you think that cost. You can leave the number in Vietnamese dong or you can leave a number in USD and we'll see who gets the closest and I'll let you know in the next video. So you'll have to come back and see who the winner is. There might even be a prize. Then the work that I had the fella give me an estimate on, plexiglass on the side of the porch area and extending that overhang. I had the original work on those done, which included a lot of metal framing for 7 million Vietnamese dong, which is about 300 bucks. He gave me a price of 500. I told him it was too much. He immediately dropped it to 400, which means he had already put the fat on the estimate and was more than willing to quickly drop the price down 20% to get the business. You got to stay on your toes here. You got to learn it's all about negotiating and haggling every price. So there you go. We're on to the barbershop for the head shaving. I'll see you when I get into the barbershop. Okay, so I've got a little time to wait before I can get in the chair. So I'm gonna do a little rant here. I think I've earned it. The channel's going great, but you know, some people are so miserable. They call them trolls. I guess I just call them loser douchebags. I mean, I wish I could have an IQ test for people to be able to subscribe and watch the channel. So the last video that went out almost 3 days ago is just exploding. It's my best video by far, and thank you for the awesome subscribers that help support that. But there's 2 or 3 of these trolls, and I mean, my God, what kind of a drill press are you? Oh, the videos, or the apartment's shitty and cheap. Oh, the apartment's crazy, too expensive. Oh, I live in this country for this much. Hey, stupid. This is comparing properties in Da Nang, Vietnam. I've lived in Hollywood, San Diego, New Orleans, New York, Las Vegas. We're not comparing to the West, except on the overall costs, which are really cheap here. But my God, you know, try to keep yourself together. I like the trolls, don't get me wrong, because it allows me to exercise my sharp, acidic, sarcastic wit and vent like this. So basically it's therapy. And I just use those guys for target practice anyway. But you guys that have been on the channel, it's only 3 months as of yesterday. And from what I can tell, with 1,000 subscribers the first day, 3,000 subscribers in the first 3 months, over 100,000 views in the first 3 months. There aren't a lot of analytics to check on, but from what I can tell, puts the channel in the top 1/100th of 1% of all YouTube channels for their first 3-month track record. So the great subscribers, you guys that enjoy the content and leave great comments, I appreciate you. For you trolls, you drill presses, you blow torches, you DBs, you can keep it coming. I can handle it, don't worry. But I mean, geez, try to use a little gray matter once in a while. Okay, there's my rant. I'll be back when we start the head shaving. Okay, we're in the chair. I got about a 2 or 3 day fuzz going. And my man, whose name I do not know, is gonna get started. Been coming here for over a year. It's pretty simple. No hot towels, unfortunately, but we get lathered up. He does a nice head shave, and I'll tell you, I mean, there's barbers all over Da Nang that do this. He's close to my house, so we're up in Sun Tra. And the reason I've been coming back here for a year, once to twice a week, is he has never so much as nicked me, and he'll even kind of go over my head twice, and I'm telling you, I leave here, that head is like a baby's ass. Watch, today will be the day he sneezes and cuts my head open when I told you he's never nicked me. That would be something. But it's pretty much a lot of this for the next 20 minutes. So I'm gonna sign off and we'll see you at the next Spendabout. That's what I'm gonna call these videos. We've got the talkabouts where we walk and talk. Well, when I go out and I show you everything I'm spending on in a day, we'll call those the Spendabout. Okay, I forgot I had to show you the finished product. Just finishing up, basically went over my head twice. And now, oh my gosh, now's where I give it the test. The test is, yep, just like spanking a baby's ass or your kinky girlfriend. Who knows? All right, we're off and running. And this head shave is 70,000 dong, which is about $2.80. So I see him twice a week, and I always just give him 100,000 dong, which is $4. We're out of here. Okay, a quick unexpected stop. I realized after getting the head shaved, I left my phone at home, and on the way home, I realized I need milk and bananas. So we're heading in to my local, I guess the best analogy or comparison would be 7-Eleven. This is Vinmart. Not Winmart, but Vinmart. And this is like a little 7-Eleven. They're all over, and there are other varieties of these. You can hear the truck. That's a truck route behind us. So they have everything. They've got some fresh meat. They've even got liquor, wine, and cigarettes. We got fresh produce. Excellent. They have a few bananas left. I'll take those. And this is 22,000 K so that's less than $1 for 0.7 of a kilogram, which would be probably about 1.5 pounds. I don't know what the price of bananas are back in the West, but I'm pretty sure they're like 59 or 69 a pound. So more fresh produce. I come back here. Again, I don't understand the milk, but this is the milk, and it's not refrigerated. So this is what I use in my coffee, and I don't know if this kind of milk that's unrefrigerated is better for me, or I'm slowly killing myself, and one day soon you won't see me anymore because I've been drinking this stuff for 3 years. All right, off to get the phone, and then next stop is the pharmacy. We are here at the pharmacy. This is my go-to pharmacy. These are little family businesses. They're all over Da Nang and in the expat area. And basically, these are considered a family business because they live in this building. So the tax and the business structure is very loosey-goosey, as much as it can be over here. So here's the nice pharmacist. Emily, you speak English? Mochuk? Okay, so I need ibuprofen. Wait, let me see if I can put this on the tripod for a second here. Sports fans, I show you which one I want. No, six, the big. Let's see. I think so. So I'm getting, these are what I get because I'm going back in the gym. These are ibuprofens, 600 milligram. Yeah. The story on these pharmacies is a lot of the stuff that they have here, and I don't know everything obviously about it because I don't use prescription drugs, but a lot of the things here you can get, and they would need a doctor's prescription at home. So I don't know what all this stuff is. Some is just like shampoos and spa treatments, but they have legitimate, what would be considered narcotics or prescription drugs that you get over the counter here. Some of you might recognize some of these names. I do not. So going to the pharmacy is easy. As you can see, there was nobody here. Just walk in, no waiting line, no prescription to hand in, depending on what you need, of course. This is the full box of the 600 milligram ibuprofens. They're a lot bigger than those little Advils. And this whole box, 100 capsules, is $6. So I'll try to get online and see how that compares to a bottle of Advil, price-wise in the States, or you can do it at home where you're from. So that's $6 for 600 milligram. I mean, they're giant. You really got to take a good swig of liquid to get those down the gullet. Anyway, that's the experience here at the pharmacy. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, we're heading into the local day market closest to the expat area. This is the Bak Mian Day Market, and we have hardware stores. I've shopped at, look, Santa Claus. Xin chào. You can get anything you need here, as you can see. We will do a full tour of this market someday. Today, I'm just heading over for bell peppers and bananas. When I come on the scooter, this is my local friend here. They do the parking here, and you can park your motorbike here for 3,000 K. See, I get a wave from the missus inside. Here he is. Xin chào.
Ciao.
And to park your motorbike here is 3,000 dong, which is an eighth of a dollar. So what's that? 12 cents? Parking, 12 cents, no time limit. Another time we'll go down through the whole dry market and wet market. My tailor is in there where you get clothes tailored in a couple of days for a couple of dollars. But you can get everything here from some nice jewelry to kids' toys. But we're just gonna make our way down here. Cheap sunglasses. You can get cheap sunglasses for $2. You see a lot of expats and foreigners here because this is very close to Antung, where we've talked about, where we've seen apartments where most of the expats live. We're just gonna hustle along because the clouds are moving in. It's getting a little dark. It's a little bit of running the gauntlet in here when people come in with the motor scooters, but this place is opened all day, every day, rain or shine. I don't like to come here when the ground is real wet because God only knows what's going on down there, but you know, you're gonna take your fruit right off the street and head home and wash it. But here is my girl right here. This is my go-to for bell peppers and cucumbers. Xin chào. Hello. Yeah. So I'm gonna be scoring some red and yellow bell peppers and these mini cucumbers. They call them pickles. These are amazing. I eat about 5 of those with every meal. So I'm gonna have to shut this off while I get everything into the bags, and then we'll show you what that looks like, how much I bought and how much it was. Bell peppers, fresh, big, crisp. These are 70,000 dong per kilo. So that's 2 pounds. So that's 35,000 dong per pound, which is about $1.40. So big bell peppers, $1.40 a pound. The little cucumbers, which are great, are 35,000 dong per kilo. So that's cucumbers at 17,500 dong per pound, which makes that, what? I don't know, 75 cents a pound, 65 cents a pound. Oh well, you can check it on Google, but call it 18,000 dong per pound of the cucumbers. Well under $1. This is the experience here. Sometimes there's a little bit of a language barrier, but she knows what I buy twice a week, every week, and it's great to come over here. In the near future, we will do more of a thorough investigation and tour of the day market here. All right, we'll see you soon. There we have it, our second in a series of Spendabouts, going out for the day, just what I normally do to show you what the everyday costs of living are. They aren't going to be exactly the same every day, but let's give a wrap up. We did a lot today. So we had, in the morning, we woke up, we had morning coffee at home. That's $1. Went to the gym, worked out. That's $16 a month, basically 50 cents a day. Came home, had another coffee. At home, that's $1. Had the first meal of the day at home. Oatmeal, protein powder, banana, that's $1.50. Then we had some repairs done on the screen door. I'm not gonna be paying for it, but I think it's great information for you to have because Vietnamese landlords are not known for being really excited about doing repairs on your apartment or house once you move in. So you're gonna guess what you think that screen repair cost in the comments, and next video I will reveal it and we'll see who came closest, who nailed it, and maybe there'll be a little surprise. What did we do next? We went out, we got the head shaved at my barber. That was $2.80. I do that once, twice a week, depending on how busy I am. Then we stopped at the mini market on the way back home to pick up my phone. We got some bananas and basically a quart of milk. The total was $2.50. Then we went over to the day market to get the fresh cucumbers and the fresh peppers, like 2 pounds of each, and that cost $5. Went to the pharmacy, got the ibuprofen. Again, do the analogy or the comparison of the costs where you are, but 100, 600 milligram ibuprofens, and I think they're stronger than Advil, but I don't know for sure, was $6. I didn't show you, I did go for a 60-minute massage. I've shown you the great professional massage tin spa before, but I did go and get a 1-hour massage because I'm back in the gym after a bit of a vacation, shall we say, for about a month. That was $8. I had lunch and dinner. I ate my pre-cooked gourmet meals from the food prep company, and those are $5 each, so $10 on lunch and dinner. And then in the afternoon, I was back at the office editing this video that you're watching now. I had a hot latte and then celebrated the success that this last video's been having, thanks to you guys out there watching it, commenting and enjoying it. And those two combined, a latte and a beer, were $7. So the total for today, just living life and doing what I normally do, was $43.80. If I spent like that every day, that would be $1,350 a month US. Some days I might spend 200K, 500K, so it varies, but we'll keep doing these because you'll see different things each time, and you'll be able to do some averages over the course of these videos on the Spendabouts. So I hope you enjoyed it. Again, subscribe, like, comment, let me know what you liked, let me know what you didn't like, let me know what you want to see. I'm doing this for you guys. I hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you the next time on the Mark side.